Number 46 is walking you through how to create a box plot. This is also known as a box and whisker plot, and you'll see why at the end of the video or at the end of the problem. So this one, just so you know, is just focusing on the year 1975. So we've included their data. Notice that we've already ordered it for you in least to greatest. So that saves you a bunch of time. Here's what it says. The histograms your class made in problem 44 displays data along the horizontal axis. Another way to display the data is to form a box plot, which divides the data into 4 equal parts or quartiles. To create a box plot, follow the steps below with the class or in your team. So I'm going to break it down for you really easy, really simply, and then I will also go through those steps with you. All you're doing with this data right here that you see is you're breaking it into 4 equal parts. So you're going to find the median, right, which is the middle number somewhere around here. And then you're just going to look at your lower half, and you're going to find the median of your lower half. And then you're going to repeat the same step up here with your upper half. You'll find the median with your upper half. And that's it. You're literally just breaking it up into 4 equal parts. Letter A says, find the median, put a vertical line segment on your number line. So remember how you find the median. You literally cross out your low number, then cross out your high number, then cross out your low number, then cross out your high number until you come to your middle number somewhere around here. If you have not done so, please pause the video. Otherwise, continue watching. This is also a great time to, if you have your resource page, this is where you do your work. So do it. It has a number line provided for you. If not, just do it by hand and you'll be fine. Okay, so I'm crossing out my low and I'm crossing out my high. Crossing out my low, crossing out my high, and repeating the process until I locate my median. So my median is located at 63. That is my very middle number. Place your vertical little kind of dash mark on your number line, and below it or above it, write what number it represents. Especially if you're not using a detailed number line, writing down what value it is very important. So please do that. Okay. We did step A, that's check. We found the median. Letter B says this. How far does the data extend from the median? That is, what are the minimum and what are the maximum temperatures in 1975? Place vertical line segments marking these positions above the number line. So we're going to find the maximum, your biggest number. In this case, for us, it's 84. That's my max. So put it on your number line, put a vertical dash on there. And repeat the same process for your minimum or your smallest number. Pause the video if you haven't done so yet. Otherwise, continue on. Well, there's my minimum at 13, and I put my vertical dash and my number below it. So I have my numbers 13, which is my minimum, 63, which is my median, or my very middle, and now my maximum also, which is my biggest number. Check. We've done step B. Moving on to letter C. It says, the median splits the data into 2 sets, right? So you have your lower half of data here, and you have your upper half of data here. Those that come before it and those that come after it when the data is ordered from least to greatest, like it is on the number line. Find the median of the lower set. This is called the first quartile. Mark the first quartile with a vertical line segment above the number line. So all you're doing is you're finding the median of this lower set. Notice I'm excluding or not including the median. When you're using an exact data point from your data set, you do not include it in your lower half or your upper half. So I'm literally, to find my first quartile, I'm just doing the same thing. I'm going to cross out my low, cross out my high, cross out my low, cross out my high. I'm going to repeat that process all the way until I arrive at my middle number of my lower half of the data. If you have not done so, pause the video and then press play once you've done that to check your work. Okay, so my first quartile is 56. Sometimes you refer to it as Q1, just for an abbreviated form. And now, so that was step C. Now we're doing the same thing, but for the upper half of our data. So that's all that letter D is walking us through. It's telling us, hey, look at your upper half of data. So from 66 up to 84, repeat that same process. Cross out your lower number, your lowest number, cross out your highest number. Do so until you've arrived at your middle number. That'll be your third quartile, or Q3. If you have not done so yet, please pause the video. Otherwise, continue watching. Okay, when I cross out my lows and I cross out my highs, I arrive at my third quartile, or Q3. I go ahead and I mark it on my number line. And now I have all the data points that I have. I have my minimums, and I have my Q1, my median, which is also my second quartile, or Q2, and then my third quartile. Lastly, step F, it says draw a box that contains all of the data points between the first and third quartiles. So my box looks like this. So I just connect my Q2, Q1, and Q3, and now I extend lines to my minimum and my maximum. So going back to it, the box and whiskers, the box is here, and then the whiskers, think of like a cat whisker or a dog whisker. It extends out to there. Otherwise, you can just call this a box plot. Okay, so that was A through F. We've created our very first box plot. And remember, all it's doing is it's broken up our data into quarters, or fourths. So 1/4 of the data is between here and here. 1/4 of the data is between here and here. Another 1/4 of our data is between here and here. And our last 1/4 of the data is between here and here. Our very last letter, which is letter G, asks us, what does the box plot tell you about the temperatures of the cities in 1975 that the dot plot, or I should say that the histogram, does not?